Our News from the Hill segment tonight. President Trump has a new alliance in the fight to end Islamic terrorism, and it's already seeing results. Less than 10 days after President Trump took office, terror mastermind Hafiz Muhammad Saeed was placed under house arrest in Pakistan. Despite a $10 million bounty on his head, Saeed had been living openly in the country for years. So how did President Trump force the Pakistani government to get serious about fighting terrorism? With me now, Trump advisor and founding chairman of the Republican Hindu Coalition, Shalabh Kumar. Shalabh, thanks for being here.
Hi, Liz. How are you? Now I know what you look like from the last interview.
Oh, well, good. It's good to see you again. It's been too long. Shalabh, let me just dive right into this. Word on the street is that you're in the running to be the next U.S. ambassador to India. What can you tell us?
Well, all I can say is I'm there for President Trump to do whatever he wishes me to do. I'm at his service. If it makes sense that I could serve our country, and the biggest objective here is to grow the economy, grow trade with India, particularly if we could go from $100 billion a year to $300 billion a year, which also creates over 1 million new jobs in United States. I'm all for it. I do not know whether it's necessarily ambassador or whatever position or from the outside, whatever it is. I'm there to serve President Trump in whatever capacity I can.
Right. Well, when you find out for certain, you know where to come to break that news. We want to hear it first. Shalabh, I think it's a pretty serious, it's a rumor at this point, but it's a pretty serious report that you're in the running here because the Washington Post did a hit piece on you. You know, they talked about there were some allegations even of an improper relationship, of a cease and desist letter that was sent to you. Why are they coming after you?
Well, you see, now this is really unfortunate. We all know that the fake media, fake news, and Trump opposition, essentially, as President Trump has called them, New York Times, Washington Post, all these people make up stories and they just come out and oppose, like they were very much in opposition of Stephen Mnuchin and so forth. So they do that. Now, if they wanted to oppose me on policies like radical Islamic terrorism, extreme wedding, tax cuts, growing the economy, the way I believe repealing Obamacare and replacing Obamacare and all that, that would have been fine. But for them to come after my family and the Hindu traditional values, that is pathetic. That my family does not like. And a Congressman, Chairman Pete Sessions, the chairman of Rules Committee, who has worked with me, who's one of the most pro-U.S.-India relationship congressmen. And so, when he got wind of it, he was very upset.
No, I imagine that's very unpleasant.
He knows Kumar family.
I imagine it's very unpleasant for you and your family. I mean, these are personal attacks. You know what they say from the left, Alinsky tactics, polarize and personalize. The easiest way to take someone out is to make it personal, to leave the policy at the door. Just to clarify, before we move on to how Pakistan, India's relationship with Pakistan, I should say, just to clarify, these allegations in the article, are they false?
Absolutely. I mean, just absolutely false. In fact, this girl, reporter, Annie Govan, I guess is her name, she had been to a press conference in Delhi, and all of a sudden they decide to do this 66 days after the press conference. And it's a bunch of lies that, she was given the information. There was a November 25th letter which she was given the data on how Hindu Americans, this time 65% voted for Trump with the campaign of Ab Ki Baar Trump Sarkar. She wanted to have none of that. She did not meet me. She just corresponded with me and chose to write what she wanted to write. and to do a hit piece like you described. I didn't even know what the meaning of hit piece was until Chairman Pete Sessions told me that that sounds like a hit piece to me.
Yeah, this pretty much meets the definition of a hit piece, leaving policy at the door and just focusing on personal issues here. But let's focus, let's focus on policy for a second and leave the hit piece at the door for once. So one of the things that you're in very large support of, and I think that this is not an issue that President Trump talked about on the campaign trail, or that's one that's super familiar to the American people, but you support designating Pakistan as an official state sponsor of terrorism.
That is correct. We at Republican Hindu Coalition would like to add Pakistan to the list of the countries from where there should be a ban unless the Nawaz Sharif government in Pakistan is allowed to function as a democratic, pro-business government. I have publicly stated this before, that Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif is a good business guy. He wants to run Pakistan just like India is running under Modi. Even they started to have a good relationship when Prime Minister Modi went out to visit with Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif because Nawaz Sharif was a businessman. But the military forces there and ISI that controls the country does not let Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif run like a true democracy and for the welfare of his people. So that is a problem, and until that point, all the terrorist activity gets generated out of Pakistan, and Pakistan should be declared as a state sponsor of terrorism. I know this, that President Trump will not allow a double-faced, two-faced behavior on the part of Pakistan. Our Judge Poe, Congressman Ted Poe, who calls Pakistan as the Benedict Arnold of U.S.-Pakistan relationship, that President Trump is just not going to tolerate. Either you are with us or you are against us. That's what President Trump's policy is going to be. And as you were stating in a preamble, that it's already taken effect. Saeed is behind bars. The planner of the Mumbai terror attack, in which 166 people were murdered, and he's directly attributed that to the election of Trump as the president of the United States.
Right, because Pakistan let Saeed roam freely in their nation for a long time until President Trump was elected. And keep in mind, Pakistan is also the nation. I mean, they funded and backed the Taliban when the Taliban was in its infancy. They protected Osama bin Laden, the #1 enemy of the United States of America. They have been known to foster terrorism there. Shalabh, thanks so much for coming on the show. It was great to talk to you.